Last time, my husband walked into the coffee shop to find me sitting with B, the woman he'd been secretly seeing. And at that exact moment, I got a text from my sister saying, "Hey, can we talk? It's about your husband." The second our eyes met, I knew he wasn't here to explain himself. He was here to control the damage. "Let's go," he said, voice low but firm, like I was a child misbehaving in public. I didn't move. "Number, we're going to talk about this right now, with her here." His jaw clenched so hard I thought his teeth might crack. B just sat there, silent, but I could see her shaking. "You don't know what you're doing," he said, leaning down so close I could smell his cologne, the same one he wore on our first date. "You're making a scene." I stood up. "The scene is already made. You made it." That's when my phone buzzed again. Another text from my sister. "Please, before you hear it from someone else, it's me." My stomach flipped. I didn't want to believe it, but I knew. I walked out of the coffee shop without another word, ignoring his voice calling after me. I didn't even look back to see if he followed. My hands were shaking as I texted my sister. "Where are you?" She told me she was at my apartment. When I walked in, she was pacing in the living room. The second she saw me, she started crying. "I'm so sorry. I never meant for this to happen." I wanted to scream. Instead, I just said, "How long?" "About 6 months," she whispered. "It started after Christmas. He told me you two were basically over, that you were only staying together because you couldn't afford to move out yet." My knees almost gave out. I sat on the couch, staring at the floor. "Why didn't you tell me?" She was sobbing now. "Because I thought I loved him, and I thought maybe he really did love me." And then, as if this day couldn't get worse, there was a knock on my door. It was B. She looked pale. "I thought you should see this before he tries to spin it," she said, holding up the second phone. "I went through it on my way here." She handed it to me. The first few messages were exactly what I'd seen before. Flirty texts, photos, late-night calls. But then there were videos. Not explicit, but personal. Him cooking dinner, in my kitchen. Him sitting on my couch, with my sister curled up next to him. In the middle of all that, there were threads with other women. And one name that made my blood run cold. My best friend from college. Every single thing I thought I knew about my marriage was a lie. He wasn't having an affair. He was living an entire double life, overlapping circles of women who didn't even know the others existed. Until now. I didn't cry. I didn't scream. I just looked at my sister and said, "You can both have him. In fact, I'll gift wrap him for you." That night, I packed a bag, left my apartment, and checked into a hotel. I haven't spoken to him since, except to send the divorce papers through my lawyer. The last message he sent me, which I didn't respond to, was, "You'll regret this when you realize no one will ever love you like I did." The truth? I'm counting on it.